Do you know that in South Africa, you don't necessarily have to be okay? You can be born in South Africa, but don't necessarily become a citizen,
Huh?
and don't automatically become a citizen American. When I pledge
The Legion?
allegiance and the flag of
Of
the
the
United States of
America.
America. And you know how much they're selling their citizenship?
I know.
Eh,
500 rands?
300.
300 rands?
Why are black Americans called African Americans? Let's chill. Sanibonani molweni. Hello, Dumelang. What's the other one? Lochani. Hello.
And I'm like, what's good?
How boring, right?
Yeah, what's good? What
I have a
up?
question. Do you know that in South Africa, you don't necessarily have to be okay? You can be born in South Africa, but don't necessarily become a citizen,
Huh?
and don't automatically become a citizen.
Wait. We want. What you just said again?
In South Africa,
Yes.
you can be born there, but it does not automatically make you become a citizen.
What?
So there's something called ruled by land and ruled by blood.
Okay.
Okay, ruled by land is how you American citizens and some countries do it. Like there's a very big portion of in fact, I'm going to put up the map. There's a very big portion of the world that is ruled by land and ruled by blood.
Okay.
Okay, so you are ruled by land as the Americans. So as you can see on the map, majority of North America and South America, and just a teeny bits of Africa are ruled by land, and majority of Europe and the rest of the world, Asia, you name it, including South Africa, all the red parts, as you can see in the map, is ruled by blood. What does that mean? It means that it's a law called the Jan Sanuges. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. I'm really brutally killing it. But what it basically means is that you don't automatically become a citizen if you are born in that country. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So this debate became very, very rapid. A couple of months ago when we had a lady who most will know, Chidimma, Vanessa, who was born in South Africa, born of a Nigerian father and a Mozambican mother.
Mozambique. What is Mozambique?
Mozambique is another country in Africa.
Okay.
So before even the claims of fraud, of identity fraud came out, because apparently the parents registered her as a South African child, born of a mother with South African roots, because they knew the law. This became, it trended for months on end, and we were off air at that time, so we couldn't really talk on it. So when we were talking about this earlier today, I'm like, okay, well, let's just put that as an episode, because many people are like you, because you were stunned by the fact that a person can be born in that country and not necessarily be a citizen of that country.
Yeah.
So, so what does citizenry mean? You know, in a country born of blood or ruled by blood versus ruled by land. So Americans, like I said, especially North and South America, and very few portions of Africa, ruled by land. So you in America, you are, when you are born there, automatically
You automatically become a citizen.
you become a citizen.
No matter where you're from.
In South Africa and the rest of the world, you have to have a parent who is either South African, at least one of them, be born of South Africa, be a South African, or a permanent resident of South Africa, in order for you to qualify as a South African. So, so I just want to go through this so that people have a better understanding what it is. Because when this happened with the Chidimma case, who was running for Miss South Africa, she was in Miss South Africa pageantry. So she was wanted to represent South Africa. And South Africans said,
no.
hell to the no. Because they felt like she was born in South Africa, but she didn't know the culture of South Africa. Because just like, for example, I'll make an example of myself. I live in the United States, but my culture has never left me. Yeah. So living in a country does not mean that you automatically become a citizen of that country. That's how we look at it when the country rules by blood versus by land. Because, first of all, it was claimed that she does not know none of the languages that are spoken in South Africa besides...
She didn't know none of them.
Because her parents are not either or. None of them are South African. So why would they at home speak a South African language when none of them are South African? Okay. One was Nigerian and one was from Mozambique. So of course, in home they probably were speaking English, which became the home language. Yes, English is one of the official languages in South Africa, but when you are black, we expect you to speak one of the native languages. Mm-hmm. Right. So this kind of thing that we do in South Africa, like I said, I cannot pronounce this word. It's the Yasingness law, whatever it means. It says that you'll be a citizen by descent, okay, which means, like I had said already, that a child who is born outside of South Africa, you can be born outside of South Africa by at least one South African parent. So you can be born in South Africa, one of the parents must be South African, or hold must be South African, all right? Even if you're born outside of South Africa, so our children can claim South African citizenship because mom is South African. So they can become dual citizens. Even though they will be born in America, they become Americans automatically because that's how America functions. Mm-hmm. It's rule of land. Mm-hmm. We are rule of blood. So it has to be ancestry. It has to come from the blood. Yeah. If there's no blood connection, forget it.
So, and that's the difference between America and the United States, because if our baby was born in born in South Africa, they cannot be citizens
unless they can.
Oh, because I'm a citizen.
They can in America because first of all, dad is American, right? Yes. And mom is going to be American very soon. Our mom. I'll run you through that because that's coming up. Okay, it's in the pipeline. Okay, I'm not excited to lose my citizenship. I'll be a dual citizen. Don't get that straight. Okay. So my allegiance will forever be South African, and as well when I pledge
the
allegiance and the flag of the United States of
America to the Republic,
the greatest country in the world. Whatever. Anyway,
it is the greatest.
Let's not go there. That's a topic for another day. Okay. So when we rule by blood, it's a Latin word which I'm not gonna try saying. I'm gonna write it in the thing. It's a principle where a person's citizenship or nationality is determined by the nationality or citizenship of their
country.
Hey, this American of their parents. I'm doing a little quiz and he's getting it wrong.
I do have a question. I did just dawn on me.
After all that information I gave him, and then I'm giving him a quick quiz, and then he gets it wrong.
I do have a. I'm learning here. Mm-hmm. I do have a question because in America, right?
Yeah.
When you're going through citizenship, you go through a lot to get to citizenship. So rule by blood. Yeah. Now, do I have to go through the same process to be a citizenship?
A citizen.
A citizen.
Remember,
in South Africa?
Let's correct this because you keep making that mistake.
Citizen.
Citizenship is
the paper.
No, it's nationality. I'm a citizenship. I'm getting messed up myself, but you understand.
I got you.
I'm a citizen, but I have citizenship of South Africa.
South Africa. Yeah, the thing I want to say, because you rule by blood, South Africa rule by blood. Born in South Africa. Yeah. So now, do I have to? Is there a long process like it is in America? For me to become a citizen
of South Africa, for you, it's not. It's of course it's long. I mean, they have to prove that you qualify to become a citizen. So you're already married to a South African citizen.
Blood.
But not even by blood. But I'm already because even when you get nationalization, you can marry someone and give them citizenship, right? Even if you were not born there, right? But in our case, I am already citizen by blood. I'm already citizen by birth, okay? Not by place of location, because this is the way people are not getting it. You place of birth and place of and parents being your parents being there. Two different things. In America, that's why it's by land, because you are born there, so that's by place of birth. For us, it's by your ancestry. Because you can claim your citizenship if your parents were of South African citizen. Right? So say, for example, I was born in America, like our kids. They can claim South African citizenship through mom, because mom is a South African citizen. You understand now?
I got you.
So the length of time, yes, you, for example, married to a South African citizen, you can become a South African citizen by marriage.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we have a lot of people going into South Africa, marrying South Africans, just so that they become citizens.
Okay.
And you know how much they're selling their citizenship?
I know. 500 rands.
300.
300 rands.
And you know how much they're selling it in America?
$10,000.
No, that was 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, for real?
Yes. Now it's 30,000.
30,000?
Or more. Yeah, 25, 20.
That's like 300 rand. 300,000 rands.
No, that's like almost 500,000.
500,000
because they understand the value of being a citizen of that country.
Yeah.
You know? And listen, it goes by inflation. 30 years ago it was 10,000. Now you pay a good amount.
I never experienced this, so I don't know.
Thank God. Yeah, I didn't buy it, okay? I did not buy it. Right. So you understand the different rules that America, you automatically being born. That's why you have a lot of foreigners coming in highly pregnant and hiding their pregnancy, because as soon as your child lands in this country and gets born here, it's automatic. And then when they turn 18, they can always claim for their parents.
Yes, they can.
And underneath them to become citizens as well.
Yes, they can. So
some parents would come in illegally or whatever and would just wait until their child becomes 18 so that they get their citizenship. So if they don't want to purchase, because you can purchase. I never said it. I was just saying. So in America, we call it citizenship by descent. Okay. When a child is born outside the U.S., they can acquire citizenship at birth if at least one parent is a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can be born outside, but then they have to go through the process of applying. Yeah.
If one
parent is an American citizen, yes. But same thing as South Africa. But the thing is, there's no automatic citizenship when you are born in the country. That's people what must know, because even children who don't know the countries of their parents, they can't claim that. But I was born there. I grew up there. I went to school there. Sorry. Yes, you belong either to your mama or your dad's citizenship, country of citizenship. Not of South Africa. And people are like, but South Africa is xenophobic. Why do they do that when America does it? Because it's a country on its own. They are not American. And let's share with you countries that are following the rule of blood. It's a huge amount, but I'll just share as a few examples. Germany.
Germany.
Citizenship is largely based on descent through some reforms introduced through this law for children born in Germany under certain conditions. So it's Germany, Italy,
okay,
Japan,
okay, China,
South Korea, China. Said my former president. Even China, it's born. It's by blood. Even China, India, Greece, Israel, Hungary, and Russia, to list a few. That's just about 10 examples. Put the map up again. You're going to see that majority of the red, no, not majority, the ones that are covered in red, they rule by blood. So that's majority of the world. Mm-hmm. So if you are born there, automatically you don't automatically become a citizen unless your parent, at least one parent, is a citizen. Whereas the United States, they rule by land.
And it doesn't matter if they're a citizen or
not. Yeah, that child who was born on that soil, automatically. And other countries like that is Canada.
Automatic, yeah.
Brazil.
Okay.
Argentina. Mexico. So you can see it's North and South America. Peru, Venezuela, Pakistan, Jamaica, Uruguay.
Okay.
All these countries, though, the beautiful thing is that you can become a dual citizen of, whatever. But, they rule by land. So if you're born there, you automatically become a citizen. Automatically, if you're born there. You don't have to be, But then we have countries with mixed or conditional of the both. And so these countries, they apply both principles, often with conditions such as parental residency requirements or birth of legal citizens. So France, for example, if a child is born in France, it has to be under specific conditions. So they have to reach adulthood if the parents have been raised in France or for a certain period of time. So they say they consider you becoming, but you have to be raised there. Okay. United Kingdom allows both principles as well. Children born in the UK may acquire citizenship if at least one parent is a citizen or permanent resident. Okay. Ireland, citizenship is granted to children born in Ireland only if one parent is an Irish citizen. So it's almost like, by land, by blood, really.
Yeah.
Most of these countries. Australia, same story. Children born in Australia to non-citizen parents can obtain citizenship at age 10 if they've lived there continuously.
Okay.
And I think there's a bit of fairness there because that's the only country I'm actually for this law where you're born there and at least you've lived for such a time. You don't know the other country. Yeah. And, but you can't change the law. And then, of course, South Africa, it says it combines both principles, but not really. It can be citizens if at least one parent is born, at least one. Because remember, in some countries, it has to be both parents. Mm-hmm. So South Africa is one of those countries that says we are ruled by blood, if at least one. We're lenient in that manner. So South Africa, kudos. I actually thought you were that.
That's great.
That's
both
great.
of them.
But at least now we've come to an agreement. Rule by blood.
And rule by land.
And rule by blood, if what happens?
And rule by blood, what happens?
Yeah, the rule by blood. Okay, because I'm ruled by blood, is you have to, at least one parent is born in that country. And rule by land.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can be born.
I think, we wanted to raise this because my husband was like, what? So you mean that if our children, no. So that's why I had to explain that our children, even if they're born in South Africa, they can still become American citizens, but we have to apply. It's not automatic so that they can get their social security and all that. But they will get a South African ID, which is similar to social security. Okay. But so then we do have to do the paperwork for them to become American citizens as well. And fortunately enough, both our countries allow dual citizenship. Mm-hmm. So my children can become both. They can become South African American or American South African or whatever you want.
Well, you want to call it, yeah. American South African, South African American, whatever.
Yeah. They'll be the true African Americans.
Yeah, true
because
African
they
American.
hold both continents.
Continents, yes.
Because somebody that I know calls himself an African American, but I'm not sure which Africa he's from.
You're right. We don't know.
Yeah.
But we were born as slaves, though. So, you know what I'm saying? We're the true African American. We were born in slavery. Yeah. So we don't know our own ancestors. Yeah. Yeah. And we have no way to go back to. Unfortunately. Exactly.
And it's sad. I mean, this is a debate this is a talk for another episode.
Yes, because we're going
to touch on why are Black Americans called African Americans. So next time, tune in. We're going to have that as an episode. On that note, don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
And also tell us what you think about this topic. Tell us if it has affected you and which one do you go for? Do you go for land or do you go for blood? Right. I'm all for what the South Africans are doing, but I really love the Australia one where they say at least have lived there for 10 years. They give a child a chance, because I really felt for this Chidimma lady because she had lived there all her life for 23 years, I think. And still she was neglected. She was rejected by South Africans because South Africans said, hey,
but you know what? Your
parents are not.
It's just like though when somebody Black, right? But they light skinned because maybe they have a white parent. Yeah. So in a white neighborhood, they reject it because like you're Black. Yeah. And then in the Black neighborhood, you're like, oh no, they reject it because you're not Black enough. Yeah. So it's like the same thing. You're not Black enough, so you're white. So it's
some of those things that just fall within the cracks in the gray area, which is actually sad. But tell us in the comment section what you think. We'd like to hear your views. Yes, it is a very sensitive topic because it affects life. Like I said earlier, the Chidimma case, who ended up being called by Nigeria to participate in their Miss Universe Nigeria, and she ended up winning it. Because South Africa ended up having a white South African winning Miss South Africa after kicking out this Chidimma lady. Okay. Because there was a petition and everything. They did not want Chidimma, Black as she is, grew up in South Africa as she is, representing South Africa because they felt like...
So she represented Nigeria.
Now she went. Nigeria said, come, you're one of ours. Your father is from Nigeria, so participate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's a beautiful lady, don't get me wrong. I really like her. And I felt really sorry for her. And I'm glad she ended up winning. Allegedly, because I don't want to be sued. Allegedly, because it's still a case that's going on. Yeah. But her mom was found to have committed identity fraud. Okay. And claimed that her daughter was born of a South African citizen. Okay. Mother with South African roots. When we found out that was not the case. Father is Nigerian, mother is Mozambican, so the child becomes either Nigerian or Mozambican and not South African. Although it's not funny, although born in South Africa, it's a really, really tricky situation. Mm-hmm. Put yourself in that child's shoes. You don't know your identity. You get confused because you grew up in this country. All you know is the traditions of this country. You might not know their language, but all you know is this. And then all of a sudden you've been rejected by the same people you grew up with saying, you're not one of ours. And then thank God for our Nigerians and the beef that we have with this country because they were like, come. We want to show South Africans that you're one of us. You're one of us. So yeah, we don't want to prolong this. Subscribe, comment. We love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Deuces.